naka-record na siya. Okay. So last time is we're done discussing yung physical self and yung ating sexual self. So as yung ating tinalakay kahapon, which is yung anong diniscuss natin kahapon?
Material. Material
Okay,
self.
very good. Yung material self. So, for today's lesson is we're going to talk about the spiritual self. So, I think, ayan, kita naman. So, a spiritual self. Spiritual self talks about it is an ongoing personal journey contextualized by the belief in a higher being, culture, relationships, nature, and discovery of meaning of one's life. Always do remember na yung spiritual self, it does not, hindi lang ito or it does not only talks about yung religions, no? But spiritual self also talks about our self connecting to our soul. So how or it is composed of the different activities that are that nurture ourself and allows us to think about ourself. So, yung spiritual self, it is about learning more about our inner self or looking inward ourself. So, to further understand or to further begin with spiritual self and para din magkaroon kayo ng idea, is let us ask or kindly ask yourself, am I a good person? What is the meaning of my suffering? What is my connection to the world around me? And do things happen for a reason? And how can I live my life in the best way possible? So um these questions gives us a ticket papunta or on discovering our spiritual self, no? Since spiritual self not just talk about the religion na meron tayo or yung sinusunod natin, but also it talks about our inward self or looking inward to our self and connecting to the world around us. So spirituality, we have here spirituality. It includes a sense of connection to something bigger than ourselves. So, and it typically involves a search for meaning in life. So, yeah. Spirituality helps us to look forward or to look for the meaning of our life. To not just look for the meaning of our suffering but also look or search for the meaning of our life. Bakit nga ba tayo nabubuhay? Bakit natin kailangan mag-survive in our daily life? Ano yung mga bagay na pwede pa natin gawin to improve ourselves so as improve our living? So yun yung ibig sabihin or yun yung mga bagay na sakop or tawag nito, pinag-uusapan pagdating sa spirituality. So, bakit important yung spirituality? So, important points of meaning of spirituality. Number one, we have spirituality talks about the meaning and purpose that go beyond the physical realities of life. So, hindi lamang dun sa mga events na nangyayari sa atin yung magiging choices natin or magiging tawag nito, criteria, ayun. Hindi lang yun yung magiging criteria natin. But, syempre, kailangan natin tingnan kung ano yung purpose at meaning ng ating pagkatao. Bakit tayo nabubuhay and ano yung purpose natin sa buhay. So as spirituality is focused on the person's connection to different aspect of his or her existence. So spirituality does not just talk about our existence, but it talks about our different connections dun sa aspect ng our existence. Like, for example, ano yung connection ng physical self natin sa spiritual self natin? Or ano yung connection ng physical self natin to our material self? Ano yung connection ng ating sexual self to our physical self? So as, ano yung connection ng physical self natin into the society or the world that we are living in? And lastly, spirituality talks about the sacred and transcendent, whereas yung soul natin or spirituality talks about that our soul or some people are about or some people talks about religion na um, may mga tao na merong iba't ibang paniniwala. And kasama na doon yung paniniwala natin pagdating sa mga Diyos at mga espiritu. Okay? Next, let us talk about naman the difference between spirituality and religion. So, always do remember ang pinagkaiba nitong dalawang to. So, madidistinguish mo yung pinagkaiba ng spirituality sa religion by asking yourself this question. So, sa spirituality muna tayo. So, where do I find meaning? So, saan ka nakakahanap ng meaning? So, how do I feel connected? And next one, how should I live? Whereas, yung religion, what practices, rites, or ritual should I follow? Whereas, what is the right and wrong, and what is true or false? So, spirituality is about connecting to our connecting to the um, connecting to our environment to search for the meaning in life. Yun yung spirituality. Whereas yung religion is organized set of belief and practices. So yun, kung mapapansin nyo dito, di ba, wait lang po, meron akong tanong which is, what practices, rites, or ritual should I follow? So meaning to say, sa isang religion, it has an organized belief, practices, and rituals. So, meron tayong mga sinusunod na customs. Whereas sa spirituality is connecting within our environment or connecting beyond what is something bigger than ourselves. So, next one, we have here the religion. So, yan, napakarami pong religion sa mga bansa, lalo na sa Philippines na merong isang napakalaki at napakalawak at napaka-diverse na kultura. So, ang religion is iiba-iba siya sa bawat kontinente, lalo na sa bawat bansa sa lahat ng mundo or sa buong mundo. So, meron tayong tinatayang, if I'm not mistaken, it's 10 most populous religions in the world. So, that is, wait lang, saan yung highlighter ko? Ayan. So, that is Christianity. So, ang Christianity po is may humigit kumulang 2.1 billion na followers. Sumunod na man doon ang Islam. So, ang Islam po is, ang number 1, ito number 2. So, ang Islam is meron siyang 1.5 billion followers around the world. Whereas yung Hinduism, ayan, siya yung pumangatlo na merong humigit kumulang 900 million followers. Whereas yung Buddhism naman, meron siyang, ito yung pang 4, meron siyang 376 million more followers. Whereas yung Sikhism, ayan, is meron siyang 23 million follower. Wait lang po. Ayan, and meron ang Judaism. Asan na yun? Ayan. Judaism is meron siyang 14 million followers. So, ito yung pang-anim. Always remember, ha? And yung Bahainism, wala po ako nailagay dito. Ay, ito pala, Bahay, is meron siyang 7 million followers. Kaya siya yung pang-7 na religion sa world. Meron naman tayong tinatawag na Jainism. So, ang Jainism is meron siyang 4.2 million followers. So, meron siyang 9. Siya yung pang-9 pala, rather. Ang pang-8 po is the Confucianism. Ayan. And it's mostly practiced in Chinese regions, lalo na in, ito pala yung pang-8. I forgot to tell you kanina. And we have here the Shintoism. So, it is a religion originated in Japan. Whereas, ito yung paniniwala nila na lahat ng mga bagay sa mundo or mga bagay sa paligid nila, like for example is earth, water, fire, ayan, earth, water, and fire, and air, is meron silang sariling buhay. So, Shintoism, it has 4 million followers. So, kaya ito yung pang-sampu na religion sa mundo. So, ano nga ba ang religion? Religion, it is an organized set of beliefs, practices, and rituals and symbols that increase an individual's connection to a sacred or transcend others. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung mga nabanggit ko kanina na mga religion, ayan, is meron silang iba't ibang set of beliefs. Like for example, or meron silang tinatawag na individual connection to a sacred. Wherein meron silang mga kinikilalang Diyos. And isa din sa kinikilala nila or isa sa hinahanap nila is yung ultimate truth. So, sa isang religion, it is believed that in a god or in a group of gods. Ayan. So, it may also refer to an organized system of beliefs dahil meron nga silang belief. And so, as yung ceremonies, no? So, like for example, sa mga Christian, kasama yung ceremony or yung ritual doon, yung pagbibinyag. And may different rules sila when it comes to worshiping a god. So, another description of a religion is yung interest. Interest nino, interest ng tao na maniwala doon sa relihiyon na yon. At meron tayong iba't ibang activities if you are part of a religion. Kasi, para sa kanila, yung mga activities na yon is one of the way that we could connect to their gods. And yun yung way nila, or yun yung way natin to help ourselves transcend to the God's will, or to the God's willpower. So next we have here the practice of religion, belief in supernatural power or supernatural being in power. So yan. So dito is we're going to talk about dito, wait lang po ha. And so before na or in history, before na magkaroon ng maraming or before pa yung birth ng iba't ibang religious sectors around the world, syempre, andun na yung paniniwala natin when it comes to supernatural being and supernatural powers, that a supernatural being is a being that is better or powerful creature than anything or any entity in the world. And yung supernatural is cannot be explained by science or laws of nature. And it is one of the characteristics like relating to ghosts, relating to gods, and other types of spirits such as non-material beings and other things na hindi talaga ma-explain ng ating science. So, some of the religious issues were now tackled by the adolescents. However, merong different downturns yung religious interests among college students or among other people on some studies that is conducted in America. Ayan. And some or the various aspects of religion were found to have a positive effect among adolescents and emerging adults, kasi one way of their survival or one way para they see para makapag-survive sila on their everyday life is related to their religion or spiritualities. So, kasi, based dun sa study, some churchgoers are more motivated to behave in a socially acceptable manner, such as doing well in school, caring for the people, and being respectful. So, yung mga actions na yun are being encouraged by the church in addition to deepening uh deepening their faith or yung pananampalataya natin. So we have here the concept of dungan. So kung mapapansin niyo sa picture is yung soul natin or yung konsepto kasi ng dungan, it is about spirit or soul na kapag namamatay raw ang isang tao is meron espiritu or yung espiritu daw natin is nag umaalis siya sa ating katawang tao. Okay, dungan pala class is equals to soul. Always remember that dungan is equal to soul. Okay, on a Philippine or syempre tayong mga Filipino is meron nga tayong diverse na culture like what I have said kanina. So makikita o mababanaag yung pagiging diverse ng ating culture pagdating sa iba't ibang beliefs. So as pagdating din sa ating language or dialect na sinasalita. Kung mapapansin nyo, no, iba't ibang region, iba't iba yung sinasalita na dialect. So, ayun. So, yung konsepto ng tinatawag nating animism or animismo sa Tagalog, hindi ko na po siya nailagay dyan but kindly take note of it. Animism is the oldest belief which is taken from the Latin word anima, meaning to say yung anima po is breeze or yung soul natin. Whereas, yung animism, it is part of the belief ng mga tao na lahat ng mga bagay sa mundo or lahat ng bagay sa ating environment is meron silang espiritu. Like for example, yung mga trees, yung plants, yung non-living rocks or yung mga bato. So as yung tubig or yung ilog is meron silang sariling espiritu. And during these times, even if it is now modern, no, yung paniniwala on animism is still there since centuries na yung tinagal nito, no. Animistic belief are still present and it is accepted and never entirely disappeared. So, um, in some cultures, animism is still there even though merong malaking population no nang naniniwala sa Christianity or other major religions or top 10 religions around the world. So always remember that the soul or spirit in different regions in the Philippines ay hindi pare-parehas. Okay? Like for example, ang tawag sa soul or sa spirit ng mga Tagalog is kaluluwa. So, I think you're familiar with the words dahil maririnig niyo siya or maririnig natin to madalas sa mga documentaries or sa mga news, lalo-lalo na sa sa news, lalong-lalo na sa mga television, no? So as yung tinatawag nating, okay, let me chat. I-chat ko po Yung tinatawag nating Bimokod is yun yung tawag naman ng mga bagobo. Okay, yun ang tawag ng mga bagobo sa kanilang mga espiritu or yung mga kaluluwa ng mga Tagalog. Makato naman, Makato ang tawag naman ng mga taga Bukidnon. Whereas, yung term na dungan is nagmula siya sa mga Ilonggos. Pero, ang ibig sabihin is matatawag siyang dungan kapag ito ay buhay. And, wait lang po. And tinatawag naman siyang kalag kapag ito na ay patay. Yan ha. Ayan, always remember, dungan came from the term of Ilonggos, lalo na kapag alive pa yung soul. And kalag naman kapag ito ay dead or patay na or humiwalay na yung ating dungan sa ating katawan. Ayan. So, ikararuwa naman ang tawag ng mga ibanag. And kadkaduwa. Kadkaduwa kapag tawag naman ng Ilocanos. Kapag ang ating kaluluwa is nasa physical body pa natin. And kararuwa, yun pa rin ang tawag ng mga Ilocano, pero nasa outside na ng ating body or yung lumabas na ng ating katawan. Okay? So kindly check the message box or in-call messages for further references. Okay, sinasabi na yung dungan is pwede daw voluntarily live or pinaniniwalaan na it may voluntarily live dun sa katawan natin or pwede siyang umalis lalo na sa kapag tayo ay natutulog. Yun ay according sa paniniwala ng mga taga-Visayas. So, among ancient Filipinos, when a person is asleep or she or he should not be awakened quickly in order to give ample time for the dungan to return to the body. So, yun yung mga paniniwala natin mga Pilipino. So, naniniwala din sila na kapag yung dungan daw is naglalakbay sa labas ng ating katawan, is kailangan siyang maging free sa mga accidents or yung mga posibilidad na siya ay matrap sa isang jar or maipur daw sa liquid galing sa isang vessel. So, yun yung mga paniniwala ng mga Filipinos during or about dungan. And next one we have here, let's talk about naman yung konsepto ng rituals and ceremonies. So, last time I have discussed to you yung rituals, no? Na meron tayong tinatawag na social rituals and meron tayong tinatawag na religious rituals. So, magdadagdag ako ng other terms pagdating sa culture natin. So rituals, it is a religious or solemn ceremony consisting of a series of actions performed according to prescribed order. And it consists of a sequence of activities involving yung mga gestures, yung words, and objects performed in a specific place, and meron silang according to set of consequences. Whereas yung rites naman, it refers to the spoken word used in the ritual to convey the meaning and values, to evoke an image throughout the use of metaphor or illicit commitment of loyalty to a cause, set of beliefs, or community or a person. So, ang ritual is about religious ceremony. And ang ritual is, it is consist of rites. So, yung rites, ito yung spoken word or yung tinatawag nilang mantra para ma-convey yung message or pinaka-message nung ceremony na or ritual na yun, bakit yon ginagawa. And yung rituals and a culture is part of the cultural thoughts or anthropological thought. Wherein etong ritual is part ng ating pagkatao or social existence. So as after that is meron tayong tinatawag na functions of rituals. So, bakit at kailangan or bakit ginagawa sa isang kultura or culture ang rituals? So, first one it is because it is a symbolic expression of actual social relations, status, or roles of individuals in a society. So, doon na ipapakita yung pagiging hands-on ng mga part ng or nating mga tao bilang part ng ating society. And it is one of the way that giving back to the traditions and spirits na pinaniniwalaan ng isang kultura. Whereas a transcendent muse or spiritual reality that shows the ultimate values of a community. So kasama dun yung values ng isang community wherein it is a set of behaviors and beliefs that are symbolic of social, psychological, or numinous realities or non-rational function. And kasama din siya sa pagkakakilanlan o pagkatao ng isang group or ng isang culture. Whereas, functions of rituals ay pwedeng um, pang pwede siyang pang-community lang or pwede rin siyang pang-spiritual. Pwede rin yung isang ritual is pang-healing or para sa healing ng isang tao or ng isang grupo. Pwede rin siyang maging destructive. And sa mga rituals kasi, doon nakikita yung pagiging committed ng mga pamilya or ng mga tao bilang parte ng isang kultura. And syempre, it is one way na yung mga tao na parte ng isang community or ng isang culture is doon nila na ipapakita yung kanilang emotion and also to it allows them to um, help or mapanatag yung kanilang loob. So after this wall, we have ceremonies. So ceremony, ito na yung tinatawag nating social rituals. So ceremony, it refers to the movements or gestures expressing feelings of beliefs beyond the limitations of speech. Like for example, is yung graduation and yung kasal. So, ayan. So ceremony, it is beyond or it can elaborate or simple, formal, or intimate. So, ayan. So, ito yung isang gesture kung saan binibigyan natin ng pagpapahalaga or ng pagkilala yung mga nagawa or pagmamahalan ng isang tao. Like, for example, is yung pag-shake ng hands when the first time na makakilala tayo ng isang tao or yung graduation ceremonies, so as yung kasal. So, another description ng ceremony is, it refers to the observe of formalities or etiquette. So, doon nakikita yung um, standards kung paano magpapakita or paano i-address ng isang tao yung isang situation. For example is welcoming the graduates of a certain school. Diba? Lalo na nung graduate kayo ng senior high, kinilala kayo bilang isang mag-aaral na nagtapos dun sa paaralan na yun. So next one, we have here magic. Ayan. It is the power of apparently influencing the course of events by using mysterious or supernatural forces. So kasama din kasi sa paniniwala ng isang kultura yung tinatawag nating magic and witchcraft. 'Di ba? Lalo-lalo na sa Filipino culture. Kasama tawag nito, naniniwala pa rin tayo sa konsepto ng mga mangkukulam and other things. So, magic, ito yung ability ng mga tao or ito daw yung ability natin to use the supernatural forces and to make things possible. Ayan. So, as meron tayong tinatawag na magician, and yung magician na yun, it performs the magic like casting spells or summoning spirits. So, yan. I am discussing this because it is part also of our culture. Di lang siya for just fun or ano. Next one is finding and creating meaning in life. So, yan. So, how are we going to create or find meaning in our life? So, through logotherapy, it aims to help the person search for the meaning of his life. So, logotherapy is from Viktor Frankl, which is an existent philosopher. So, ang kanyang um, theory is about logotherapy. And ang task ng mga logotherapies is i-assist yung kanyang client to find the meaning of his life. So like for example, these are the 3 basic principles. So number 1, find the meaning in life. So sa logotherapy, kailangan daw natin makita yung existence natin as experience of up and down or tao na nakaka-experience ng up and down. So, yung finding the meaning, hindi siya or hindi ibig sabihin nun na kailangan nating mag-strive para maging perfect person tayo. So, kailangan nating i-emphasize yung kung ano yung meron tayo bilang isang tao, ano yung status natin sa buhay o di kaya ano yung gender natin. So, kailangan nating ma-discover daw yung meaning of life natin through different events and circumstances na nangyayari sa ating buhay. And yung sufferings na meron tayo throughout the process in discovering the meaning of life, syempre that those things cannot be avoided. So, kailangan natin yung harapin so that when we move on to the next level is there is a big possibility na malaman natin kung ano yung meaning ng ating buhay. Next one is will to the meaning. So, ano yung will natin para hanapin yung meaning natin sa buhay? So, syempre, yung meaning is the one attaches to experience and minsan yung meaning na yun is hindi siya nakikita or hindi siya agad napapansin natin. So, since magkakaiba tayo ng mga meaning or magkakaiba tayo ng pagkatao, lalo na yung purpose natin sa buhay, it is quite challenging para ma-discover yun based lang on our experience. So, we have to remember that every person has a different meaning. So as we have different expectation, so as we have different life to fulfill, and yung life natin is not a race, so hindi to paunahan. So always do remember that you we always have meaning, or we have will to the meaning. So freedom to will naman is people are given the freedom to make life choices, which includes how they respond to the life events. So freedom to will is ito yung freedom natin to drive our lives. So through freedom to will, we can discover the values ng meaning ng ating life through um, attaching yung events dun sa mga bagay na connected sa ating buhay. Like for example is um, our values can be creative daw according to Viktor Frankl. So yung artistic expression or yung pag-express natin ng ating sarili through different arts like painting, crocheting, or drawing. Whereas, pwede din siyang maging experiential, or yung values natin is based on our experiences. Like for example, interacting with other people, no? Kasi there are times na nakakakuha din tayo talaga ng value sa other people, or likewise yung ine-experience mismo natin yung um or yung values natin is nagsisimula or nagmumula talaga sa ating experiences, or tinatawag nating attitudinal, which is yung attitude natin or yung attitude ng mga tao toward dun sa hindi maiiwasan na suffering. And lahat ng yun is important para tayo ay makapag-survive and makita natin yung meaning natin in life. So with that, any questions regarding my discussion? Clarifications?
Wala naman po.
How about the others?
Wala po,
Ano
ma'am.
naman po, ma'am?